Well, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is to you. This is Judy Matejczyk, Life Mastery Consultant with Transformation Tuesday. Whoa, and I know we usually come 2 hours later on this live feed, but you know what? Right now, I'm practicing the law of sacrifice. I am currently in my 30th advanced training with Brave Thinking Institute, and I'll be hopping on that in a couple of hours. So I'm like, well, I'm just not going to do this. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, what if I can do both? And by doing this live stream that we do every Tuesday since March 2020, it put me in a mindset to practice my skill set by taking action. So Transformation Tuesday, we are a subset of Paradigm Shifters. We started, and our mission and our purpose is to shift and uplift the planet. Are you in for that? Yes. So during the last couple of months, we've been studying the book by Raymond Hollowell, Working with the Law, and going through these 12 spiritual laws. They are working all the time, whether you realize that they are or not. Isn't that cool? Like, you don't really have any control over whether the laws are at work, but it's really cool if we understand these laws. So just as a recap, you can look back at the YouTube channel where we've covered, first of all, the law of thinking, what you think about, what you bring about, the law of supply. There's an abundance in the universe. Law of attraction, what you desire and expect, attract. Let's see. Law of compensation, the law of receiving. Last week, the law of forgiveness with Charles Thomas. That was very powerful. In so many ways, the law of sacrifice goes with the law of forgiveness. And I'm just going to tell you that in a couple of weeks, I'm bringing on a guest speaker, Jennifer Underwood, who will dive more deeper into this law of sacrifice with her experience, strength, and hope with this law. So, you ready to get started? All right, as with anything, we're setting state, generating state. So take a deep breath in and release. And bring to mind that power within you that is yearning for more and expanding. Bring together and out. This puts us in our energy into that rest, digest, and create. That part, that beautiful part. So this morning, we're going to explore the spiritual law of sacrifice. Sacrifice. Most people experience a negative feeling when they hear the word sacrifice. But you know what? All it really means is letting go of the lesser for the greater. So your dream and vision requires that you let go of a lesser vibration so that you can bring about a greater good. In other words, there's a quote here: don't let your present good get in the way of your greater good. So as you look at your life, you may realize that there's some things, just bring to mind some things that you're willing to give up for something even better. The law of sacrifice, it's about creating an image of what's possible. Let's take a minute. If anything is possible, if you really believe that, let's create an image of what is possible. And then that will then create a feeling inside of you to move forward in achieving that image. What is one thing I can do today to move in that direction? It's possible. Now, in order to achieve that image of possibility, hate to say this, but you're going to have to give something up of that lower vibration in order to achieve what you want on a higher vibration. Oh, you mean I'm going to have to give up scrolling, ah, and replace it with a higher vibration, possibly going for a walk or studying or that feeling of contentment. I was at Growth Day with Brendan Burchard this last weekend, and oh man, and I want to see if I get this right. Every 15 seconds that you spend scrolling, it takes your brain and your attention 3 to 5 minutes to get back when you put it down. Look at all the time that you're wasting. I don't mean wasting, but you're messing with those brain cells with constantly, this is about centering down for the greater vibration of good. So you may have a negative feeling when you hear the word sacrifice because you think it means going without. But you know what? Nothing can be further from the truth. It doesn't mean going without, but it means going without something of a lower level to get to this higher level of becoming, higher level. It might mean less TV time to free up more time to work on your business in order to achieve financial success. It might mean letting go of a full-time job in order to part-time, in order to spend more time with your growing family. I heard this example just yesterday. Law of sacrifice, the greater good. I want to spend more time with my baby while the baby's young. Law of sacrifice in action. So, you with me? You want some action steps? Be prepared for discomfort. Now, you might be wondering why sacrifice and discipline have to be painstaking. This is what stops most people from following their dreams. When you apply the law of sacrifice, you're forming new habits and blasting away at your old paradigms. You've been programmed your entire life with information that is wrong. Og Mandino's book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, the first scroll, I form new habits and become their slave. That might mean for me, it was waking up and going outside on a cold day, just to take a breath into the day. There were days when I did not want to do that, but I'm like, oh, it's a new habit. That's what I do all the time now. I wake up, go outside, take a deep breath in, bless, 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 all 4 directions, the sky and the earth. Whew, I'm right here, right now. Now, the old habit, not going to go into that. It's like my old thought. All right. So it can be uncomfortable when you change it, but you are responsible for changing it. If you want the life of your dreams, you must change your old thinking patterns and habits. So here's a quote from the Bible, Matthew 7:14. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. So take a deep breath in here. Ask yourself, what are you willing to give up to get what you really love in your life? Every one of you has the same opportunities. Some people are just willing to give up in order to get what they really would love. Maybe you have to give up playing video games or spending excessive time on social media. Ooh, except this one. In order, or follow different people on social media who are going to shift and uplift your vibration. Okay. So it's disciplining yourself to study and understand how this mind really works. So when you're able to grasp and learn how to live in harmony with all of these laws, you will take control of your life. You take control of your life through discipline. This involves not allowing the outside world to control your life. Let me repeat that. This involves not allowing the outside world to control your life. You have to be willing to trade the lower vibration for the higher vibration of what you really would love or want in your life. Something always has to be sacrificed for something else. That's baseball, right? If you really think about it, you're sacrificing every day of your life, whether you want to or not. Would you rather sacrifice your happiness to stay in your current paradigms? Going on and on, creating the same year over and over and over. Many people live like that, going round and round in a circle and stuckness. Is that you? Or are you willing to sacrifice your old way of thinking, experience a little bit, a lot sometimes, a bit of discomfort, and unlock the door to the life that you know is yours to live? No matter what you want out of life, you have to give something in order to get it. This will liberate your life and be satisfying in ways that you never imagined possible. I'm investing my time, my talent, my money in yet another training. You think I would have it after 30 trainings? There's so many new things out there. Today I'm learning about AI and more about Instagram and more about, and I'm so excited. 2 years ago, I was learning about Facebook and Facebook Lives. We're always, if you choose, you're always on a growing edge of your next becoming. So what are some of the ways you can get out of your comfort zone, just for today, try it out, in order to create a life or even a day of your dreams? In other words, what are you willing to sacrifice for your highest good today? So let's do a 7-day experiment. How about that? Are you in? I'm in. Notice what you're noticing. Noticing when you're going for some kind of addiction. It's like, girl, or a distraction that perhaps if you just took this time, we're uncomfortable, made that phone call, sent that text, made ate vegetables instead of that chocolate. Well, maybe, whatever it is, those old paradigms. What if just for one day at a time, you sacrifice something in your comfort zone, knowing that on the other side there's a breakthrough, and that you've experienced maybe one more little baby step to this beautiful life. If this is intriguing, I'm starting a new Dream Builder program in a group. If this is something you would love, what do you call that? DM me and let's set up the conversation. So here we go. Law of sacrifice, giving up the less for the greater, willingness, believing that there is a greater good inside of you, seeking for the more, seeking for the blossoms. It's spring here down in Texas. Blossoming, blossoming, blossoming in the face of storms, in the face of whatever it is going on out there. Just for today, let's not let the external world dictate our internal world. Judy Matejczyk, Life Mastery Consultant, Transformation Tuesday, ready for yet to hop into day 2 of another training with Brave Thinking Institute. So I'm going to invite you to take your non-dominant hand and cup it just like this. And here is the energy of the day. Imagine you're holding the energy today. Take your dominant hand and go and send that energy out into the universe with, and so it is. Ready? Let's do that again. And so it is. And so we let it be. So it is. And so we let it be. Until next time, Judy Matejczyk, Life Mastery Consultant. Live, love, matter. It is a beautiful day to grow.